Hey y'all, hey, what's good? This is your girl Kamika coming to you live from What's Good from the desk of the therapist. Super excited today. Y'all see I got my shirt on. We will be celebrating breast cancer awareness. And that's why I'm super excited about my special guest today, y'all. My sis is in the house. So without further ado, let's get it. Let's grow. I'm going to have my special guest to introduce herself to the people.
What's good, everybody? Hey, my name is Daphne. I'm a 42-year-old breast cancer survivor, and I'm here to share my story.
Hey. And are and is. And for those of y'all who don't know, this is my sister. She is actually the nephew or the mother of three of my nephews. So this is my girl in the house, and I'm so excited for you to be able to join us. First of all, Daphne, where you at? What we doing, sis? Where you at?
Right now, I'm actually at one of my treatments. I'm doing my immunotherapy, which is similar to chemo. Well, it's not similar to chemo, actually. I'll take that back. It's infused like chemo, but it doesn't have all the side effects. It's a treatment that takes place after chemo and radiation. Well, no, after chemo, I started my immunotherapy. And it's a therapy or a treatment that I have every 21 days. And by Christmas, I will be completely done. So I'm looking
Girl,
forward to that, and I'll be able to
congratulations.
ring the bell again.
Oh, girl,
Thank
yes. We're
you.
going to talk about ringing the bell. We'll talk about ringing the bell. But for a moment, Daphne, back us up. I remember getting that text message from you. So take us back to the day that you were diagnosed with breast cancer. Like, what were your symptoms? What happened?
Well, my symptoms first started after I had my son in 2021. So I breastfed for a few months, so I just thought it was like an infected milk duct. But the pain, it eventually it wouldn't go away because I first noticed it, it would come and go. I felt a little, soreness, but it wasn't enough for me to like think, I need to go get it checked out. But my breast, it became like very swollen, very red, it hurt a lot. Um, so this was probably like 2 years later. So eventually, the pain had got so bad I couldn't sleep. So I went to the emergency room. They said it was infected. Gave me some antibiotics. Sent me back home. Took the antibiotics. Nothing changed. So I went back a week later um, to the same emergency room. That second time, they actually did like a ultrasound and they examined my breast. They had a few different people come in and look at it. One of the medical students actually said he thought it was breast cancer and he wanted me to go see a surgeon.
Oh, wow.
Um, so I called the surgeon immediately, like, as soon as I got home, got an appointment. My sister and my father went with me to that appointment. Um, and as soon as he saw it, he said, yeah, that's
Oh,
breast
man.
cancer. He didn't know like what stage it was. Um, my sister asked, does she need a second opinion? He said no. Like he knew exactly what it was. So they did the biopsy right there in the office, got me set up to get my port put in, and they scheduled me an appointment with an oncologist. Um, that was November 29th of last year.
Yeah.
I started chemo December 20th, I think, was my first um, treatment. I had to go through 6 rounds. So by the time I rang the bell in April. I got through chemo, which was very hard, but I got through it. Um, Rang the bell in April, and by the time I had my surgery in May, I was cancer free. So
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Girl, I will never forget that text message. And it was like, I just got diagnosed with breast cancer, and we're starting treatment on Monday. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, hold on, like, wait a minute, it was crazy, you know. Talk me through a little bit about the journey, the highs and lows of the journey. You know, were you afraid, or how do you survive? How do you survive breast cancer?
Um, I was never scared. I cried that day in the office. We prayed, but I was never scared. I was never fearful of my life. I was just more so worried about my kids. The first
Yeah,
thing I said in the office was, I have to go to work. What about? I don't have time for
what we
breast
doing?
cancer. I have like, what about my kids? That was the first
Yeah.
thing. I didn't care about anything else. Just what I, just my children.
Hmm.
Um, like after my first session, um, let me see. When did my hair? I say my hair started coming out maybe after my second session. And before it actually came all the way out, I just went ahead and shaved it
You
because I didn't
did.
want to go through, you know, seeing my hair come out because my
Yeah.
hair, I'm a hair person and,
Girl,
my
you
hair is
are a
very
hair person.
important. I love hair. So that I just went ahead and shaved it and it actually made me feel just relieved to actually do it myself.
Yeah.
Um, but I did keep it hidden from, the boys. Jordan knew, but I did keep it hidden from the boys for a while. I didn't want them to be scared or I didn't want them to feel sad because they know I love my hair too. They see me in the bathroom every couple of days doing my hair. So they knew, um, that was probably the hardest for me. But it
Yeah.
actually wasn't. Um, I say the hardest was the chemo, being sick, not being able to move some days, not being able to taste my food,
Yeah.
um, just throwing up, just it was really hard. Um, but I have an amazing support system, you included. So I was able to get through it. Um, my family just provided everything, just everything. I've been off work the whole time. I haven't missed out or wanted or needed for anything.
Yeah.
My children haven't missed anything. Your brother's been very, very, very supportive, very helped. He cooked. Oh, I had a meal train. Some things that family members can do if
Okay.
you're ever in a situation or if you have a close friend or family member that might go through it.
Hmm.
My family had a meal train for me. So they had different people cooking. Um, Usually about maybe like the third or fourth day after chemo was when I needed the most help. So that's when they started the meal train and made sure, um, I just had help or, the kids were on top of everything. So I had a few different people not every week, just when I had
Yeah.
my chemo is when I had the meal train. So that, they took turns, cooking and everything. Um, my oldest daughter, I have a daughter that's 23, Jordan. She
Hmm.
stepped up. She was always like the second mom, but she really, really stepped up and took care of everything. I have my youngest is 3, so she kept him out of my room. She stayed at home to keep him while I went to chemo. She kept the boys in line. She just, did all the errands, and she was just I'm just so very proud of her. I don't want to. I'm not gonna cry. I'm trying to get through this without crying. But just I'm just really proud of her,
Yeah.
and um, I know she's going to make sure that she stays up on her um, mammogram. So that's
Yeah.
another thing, ladies. Make sure you take care of yourself and listen to yourself. Listen to your body,
Yeah.
because it's always going to give you signs. I waited a little bit longer than I should have. By the time they caught it, it was stage 3. So
Yeah.
I wasn't like at stage 4. I wasn't at the end, but um, I have like the best medical care. They stayed on top of everything. Everything went really quickly, so they made sure, to get me in treatments fast. After I've had my mastectomy, I went through radiation for 7 weeks every
Mm.
day for 7 weeks. And that was hard. It didn't hurt, but it was just tiresome just having to get up and to go do it every day. Because, I mean, they're literally burning your body. So
Yeah.
it did
Wow.
start to become uncomfortable. I couldn't be in the sun, for a while, so I kind of had to stay inside. Couldn't really swim. I don't really swim anyway, but it's just certain things I still couldn't do. Um, but I got through that, and that was pretty much the last of most of like the of my treatment care. My treatment plan, I guess. The immunotherapy is the last thing I have to get through.
Yeah.
And again, I'll be done in December, and I'll be ringing the bell again. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for that. But I say most importantly is my faith. I prayed a lot. I put it in God's hand.
Absolutely.
Never looked back. There was days, times I was frustrated,
Yeah.
but giving up was never an option. I still made sure I
That's
got
it.
up and got to those treatments.
That's it.
It was just never an option. I never
Yeah.
thought about it. I never was even. I wasn't scared. It was just something I had to get through. I'm getting through. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, like I said, I am cancer free, and I know I'm going to remain cancer free. I'm not even going to say I
Absolutely.
hope. It's just like I know I'm going
Absolutely.
to. But I am going to make sure I take better care of myself.
Yeah.
Um, I'm going to have scans and mammograms, a little bit more often, just to make sure everything is fine and staying in order and nothing is resurfacing or anything. Um, but it's been a journey. It's been hard, but I'm very proud of myself. I'm proud of my family, proud of my boys,
Yeah.
and it's just another chapter of my life that I'll be closing, turning the page on
Absolutely.
shortly. So
Well, you know I love you. You know how I feel about you. I tell you how I feel about you. You know how proud I am of you. You know your girl got your back. But just for a moment, if there is a woman or a man, because breast cancer is not applicable to a gender. Men can get breast cancer as well. But with that being said, take a moment as someone who may be going through a similar experience that you've been through. Will you take a moment and just encourage them?
like my head says, never give up. I'll never forget my very first treatment. There was a lady here. She rang the bell, and I clapped for her and I told her, congratulations. And that's the first thing she said to me. She said, keep going, don't give up. And that's really all I can say. Pray, but keep going. Don't give up. And it's hard. It is frustrating.
Yeah.
Um, but it is something that you can get through. Don't shut anybody out. Accept all the help that's being offered, because this is not something that you're going to be able to get through on your own. It's
Absolutely.
just not possible. So
Absolutely.
even if you're someone who's very independent, I like to say I am.
Yes.
I don't like to ask for help, but take the help when it's offered, and if you need it, ask, reach out. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yes.
I'm not on Instagram anymore, but my email is daphne.read@yahoo.com. You can always email me any questions that you might have. Um, but just keep going. Keep
Yeah.
God, you know, first, and He'll get you through.
And he will. Absolutely. I'm so proud of you. Never could I ever imagine, right? As quiet as you are, soft spoken, but God knew exactly what he was doing when he trusted you with this assignment. And you've done it with grace and poise and class. And so we salute you, girl. We salute you. Just tap in for a minute before we go and talk about just the importance of support for your support system, the importance of support for children, right? Because a lot of times people will say, when you're going through this, you don't go through it alone. To your point, you shielded some information from your children initially because you didn't want them to worry about you. So, how important is it for them to also still have that support? And what could and should that support for the children look like?
They should have somebody that they can confide and talk to also. When, I might be having a hard day, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to help, or it makes them sad or it makes them scared. Um, I actually, looking at them, I didn't really see a lot of fear. Or I didn't. They may have, talked to you or may have talked to their dad about it. Jordan seemed to go through it pretty well. The first day, us telling them, they took it very hard,
Yeah.
but maybe because I didn't let them maybe see everything,
Yeah.
um, but some things I just couldn't help. And I know, like my little Ken, the oldest boy, he's so sweet, and I could tell that he worried about me a little bit, like when I would, have, you know, vomit and stuff.
Yeah.
He's probably the one that I probably saw it in the most, but they seemed to take it very well. But I think they had you, and they had their father, they had their friends. I know they would tell me, oh, their friend said, sent me a message or something like that. But
Yeah.
um, I just tried to, I still kept them first the whole way through.
Hmm.
So I just, they should just have someone else to talk to, because it couldn't always be me.
Yeah.
Some days I couldn't talk
Yeah.
or move like anything. So it's good for them to be able to get out of the house, so they're not kind of just stuck to it. Never wanted them to feel like they had to babysit me, or they had to stay home, because they were scared, didn't know, if something was going to happen. Um, but just as long as they have somebody else to talk to, somewhere else they can go, that is another family member that cares about them and can
Absolutely.
understand. Um,
Absolutely.
so yeah.
Absolutely. And then even in this space, I remember getting that message from you and then us having a conversation. And, people think that they have to do something. They want to show up to show their love or show their support. And I remember thinking, like, what could be impactful, right? And so I want to just extend a heartfelt appreciation to everybody who I reached out to. And I was like, y'all got to text my sister, give her some words of encouragement.
Yes, and
I
that
had
was
people from all around the country texting
beautiful.
you, like from everywhere. You didn't even know them. They didn't know you, but they took a moment. And I just want to tell those individuals thank you. But I remember you calling
Yes,
back
thank you.
and just crying because how impactful it was just to have those words of affirmation, to have that love, to have that support, and how much that meant to you in that moment.
Yes, I really appreciate that, because I am quiet still, even going through what I'm going through. I am quiet. I still don't like to ask for help. I mean, I never had. I just haven't. So,
Yeah,
just having the support where I didn't need to ask,
yeah,
was just amazing. And just knowing that other people were thinking about me and praying for me, it just meant a lot. And I
it meant
appreciate
a lot.
everybody, that has prayed for me, thought about me, sent a card, a text message, a call, cooked for me, cleaned for me, stayed on top of my kids for me, listened
And
to
will.
them. you, you did that the most. Um, Anybody that listened to them or did, help them or got them to work or wherever they needed to go when I couldn't.
Yeah,
I just really, really, I love you for it, and I appreciate you so, 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 so much, because it's so, it just, it, I needed it. I needed it. And I really appreciated it, because I don't know what else I would have done without them. So, everybody, I love you. Um, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there with being completely done. So just a little bit longer. I've been holding on, and that's something I always kept saying to myself: just a little bit longer, just a little while longer, and he's going to refresh you. He's going to renew
yeah,
you, and he has. Like, my hair is growing back.
yeah.
Um, my nails kind of like got black and kind of peeled off. Like, everything that I lost, or he's renewing, he's replacing, and it's just wonderful to see. So
Yes. Girl, we said we weren't gonna cry. We wasn't gonna cry. You don't made us cry, Daphne. But I love you and I'm forever appreciative of your willingness to fight. Because you could have said, I can't do this, threw in the towel, not even tried. But you did it. You did
I
it.
did it.
You did
I
it.
did it.
And
It was
still
a
doing
lot. It
it.
was a lot of yelling and cussing and
For real
A
though.
lot of that, but I got through it. I mean, but it's like, how can you not go through something like that and feel all those emotions? And that's another thing, just letting yourself feel those emotions and feeling, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be, frustrated. It's okay to yell, cry, whatever you have to do to get through it. You,
It's
it's
okay to be
important
human.
to feel them, acknowledge them, and then let them go.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I love you, sis. I ain't going nowhere. I'm here forever, ever for whatever it is you need. I'm always going to show up for you. Always going to show up for you. And I love you, and I'm so proud
Yes,
of you. So we're going to
I
do this
love
breast
you
cancer
too.
walk. We're going to do all the breast cancer stuff we can do because we're survivors, baby. We in
We're
this thing.
survivors.
What's your song? What's your fight song? What's your song now?
Oh man, I don't think I have a song.
What?
I don't have a theme song. You know, the devil is a liar. That chant, that's what it is.
I
I
like it.
hear that all the time. It could, because he is, and victory is mine because it is. I mean, this cancer is gone. I'm just
Yeah.
completing, the rest of my um, my medical plan and my medical treatment, but it's gone and it's not coming back. So yes, the victory is mine, and he was he tried, but
Tried it and lost.
and lost. Yeah.
Now,
Thank
you got
you.
your affirmations.
My affirmations: I am strong. I am beautiful. I am enough. I matter. I have a purpose. I am supposed to be here. I am
Yes.
loved. I am safe, and I am protected.
Yes,
And
and
I'm a child of
is.
God.
It is in real life. Quit playing.
Real
Now,
life.
this year you did the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, right?
Yes, I did. I
Talk
completed
about
the
that.
walk. My whole family came out. Not my whole family, but a lot of my family came out
Yeah.
to support, and I was so proud of myself because even a couple months ago, I couldn't even walk down the street, but I made it. Walked 3 miles, um, and it was beautiful. We sang, we praised, we cried, we laughed. But it was amazing to see, so many other people out there, other survivors, other people that's going through it, family members, cats, dogs, babies. My baby was out there. It was beautiful. It's something
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to do every year.
So that's where the plug is at, right? So you having a team and anyone who may be interested in joining your team, we want to make sure that we have that information and share that for future reference. So the walk occurs every October.
Yes.
Okay.
Every
Okay.
October. I believe it's probably the first week. This is my first year, of course, but it seems like it's probably like the first weekend in October.
Yeah.
And then they have the sister. I didn't make it, but they had the sister strut too. That was at the what is it? The field house,
Okay.
or where they do football, not football, the baseball field.
Yes, I got you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So they had that.
Awesome.
So I'll maybe try that next year also. But yeah, it was fun. It
Well,
was fun.
we're gonna be in that thing, making it do what it do with our pink on, representing and
Yes.
celebrating the journey of success. So again, I'm so proud of you. Well, I want to tell you again, thank you so much for blessing the stage. This is a stretch for you. This is a stretch. You don't do
It
this,
is.
right? But you thought
No,
enough to do this and share your story and share your journey. And I'm forever appreciative. And hopefully something will be said or done that will encourage others along the way. So I love you very much and thank you
I
very,
love you
very
too.
much.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Oh my goodness, she made me cry, y'all. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I am so appreciative of Daphne sharing her story with us and her journey of success. If you all are someone or know someone who is a survivor or currently experiencing their journey with breast cancer, continue to be encouraged. Y'all stay encouraged. This is not the end. You can make it. You will make it. Hold on just a little while longer. And no matter what, know that I love you. We love you. And you have a support system in place. Until next time, please have an amazing day intentionally. And y'all know what I always say. Let's get it. Let's grow. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.